Docking granted. Morea.
Oh, how fascinating! This ship appears to be equipped with rather sophisticated spoofing technology that exceeds my wildest imaginations. I am devastated. But despite my numerous qualifications at the highest level in many subjects, I am unable to reverse engineer this peculiar apparatus. You will have to discover its functions in the field. I did, however, manage to decrypt the ship's navigational data. You should be able to find its point of origin now.
You really think you can take on Split? Really? Split not hurt by that. Bad move. You pay for that. Not enough for you? This is not good. Requesting permission to dock.
Docking permission granted.
You really think you can take on Split?
Scrap processing factory. Danger. Hazardous re-entering system. Arcus Cascade. Cover activated.
So that is the arcane function of that peculiar apparatus. Those Xenon do not recognize you as an enemy.
N.
You in trouble now.
K. Danger. Hazardous region detected. Entering Arcus Cascade 17. Cover deactivated. Cover activated. Yaki. S. The aqueduct. Jump gate, matrix, number 79B. Entering system, matrix, number 79B. Cover deactivated. Cover activated. Yaki. Entering system. Savage
It worked! Great magenta flight spirit of cybernetic science, it worked! Haha! I can barely contain my excitement.
Stranger, explain yourself. Who are you and how did you get here? Why? What a mess. Meet me at these coordinates immediately. I'm providing you with an escort.
What is this? A Xenon station? I think we might have already passed one of these earlier. I must say, I am rightly flabbergasted by its intricate entanglement. And such an aggressive color scheme.
Oh, no sightseeing.
S. Pirate base. Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Welcome.
Covered.
Glad you're reasonable, stranger. I'm adding you to the admission list for my office.
That does sound eerily familiar. I think I will terminate my communications for now and observe quietly.
Hello.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Finally, come in. Well, where do I start? Where would you start if you were in my place? You suddenly barge into our system in a ship that obviously doesn't belong to you. You're a damn security risk. Because you're not the first to arrive here. Ever since the realignment of the gates, we're picking up scrappers, adventurers, scientists. Maniacs! All of you. But we can't let anyone die out here. There are already far too few of us. I'm not asking you to join the Yaki. We all have our allegiances. But I am asking you to have a closer look. Make your rounds, see how we live. Might just change your perspective. Oh, have I not made my formal speech yet? Welcome to the home of the Yaki. Freedom-loving, freebooting, and who am I kidding? What you see here is the last remnant of the Yaki. At least the last that we know of. When those gates shut down, 2 generations ago, my people got stranded here, together with the Xenon. Most died in that first week. A few found hiding spots inside an abandoned outpost. And then, some stars and communication artists found a solution. These things on my face, they're not just for show, you know? I don't exactly know how they function, but they keep the Xenon away, most of the time. But that's not all. This orc art also lets a few of the most gifted Yaki do things to the Xenon, brought them here and there. It doesn't always work, and you've seen what happens when you indulge too much, but it kept us alive. And so here we are, pirates to some, abominations to others, and with the Xenon strapped to our back like a damn tumor. Doesn't matter if we stay or leave. Either way, we're fair game. Good, then he's no longer a threat. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of sad that he's gone. He was a good Yaki once. But the way he plastered himself with those cybernetics, with no regard for his or our safety, there's really only one way this could have ended. Damn right I am. Thanks to that fool Obelisk, the war's already underway. With you on the loose, there'll at least be one more pilot with a brain. And a conscience, I hope. Another thing, I called you a stranger earlier, and that was a lie. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Hey. Well, this is kind of awkward. Don't know if you were expecting to see me. Maybe you were. Maybe that's why you came in the first place. Doesn't matter. What counts is that you're here right now. That's not an easy question to answer. I guess I was kind of overwhelmed back there. If you remember, we thought we were hot on a trail, and then everything went nova. Organic pulled me out when that maniac obelisk disabled my ship. Been here since then, flying with the Yaki, testing out my powers. Meet me outside. We'll talk some more when we're back in our pilot seats.
Hello.
Cover activated. Rhea.
Alright, time for straight talk. First of all, it's damn good to have you back. I've been waiting for an opportunity, and here it is. Secondly, this place stinks. We're about to take a real close look at the heap at its center. And thirdly, it's really good to have you back. Just wanted to make that clear. Anyway, we should get going. If you have something on your mind, just call me, yeah? Hey. Powers? I got none. I've showed off my superior maneuvers from time to time, and just got lucky that no Xenon decided to turn me into scrap. All these cybernetics do for me is make me look like a damn outlaw. No chance Earth is gonna take me back. At least these Yaki aren't gonna kill us as long as you have access to Saul, and as long as I act like some Xenon whisperer prodigy. That woman, despite appearances, she's not the Yaki leader, and it shows. They don't trust anyone with power, but someone's gotta keep them away from each other's throats, and that's how she got to where she is now. Helped me out a great deal, but that doesn't excuse what they did to us, to the outpost, and to Saul. Obelisk knocking me out is why I disappeared. That much is true. But these people didn't save me out of the goodness of their hearts. They spied on me. On us. Observed us like lab rats. And when they thought they'd found a candidate for their twisted augmentations, they snatched me away. Okay, not all of them are like that. Just the hardliners. But those are gaining in influence by the minute.
Kurao Kami. Amplifier station. Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged. Moreya. Kurao Kami Amplifier station. Pirate base. Docking granted. Cover deactivated. Entering system. Open market. K.
Awaiting orders. Taking hits. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. We were hit. Confirmed.
Thank you.
K.
We're taking...
Awaiting orders.
Engaging.
Thanks for your help. Entering system. Family Newt. Jump gate. Open market. Entering system. Open market. Cover activated. Array entering system. Savage Spur.
Yeah, my wingman's back. I'll make my way over to you.
Amplifier station.
Okay, we're here. Time to clue you in about the real deal. That over there, my friend, is an amplifier station. The only one under Yaki control. You've seen what heavily augmented Yaki can do with their cybernetics, eh? This thing, if turned on, further increases the strength and range of those Xenon attacks. Organic says they need it for their own safety, and as a dead man's switch when the Protectorate inevitably finds and attacks this place. But she doesn't understand. No, none of them understand. All they're doing is hiding and delaying until they suffocate, or someone like Obelisk snaps and turns this side of the gate network into a slaughterhouse. In the end, despite all their precautions and with all the technology in the universe, these people have nowhere to go except out and through. This system, this entire situation is a giant ticking time bomb. There's only one way to stop it once and for all. We have to destroy that amplifier. It's brutal, but Mission Command has trained us to make hard choices. These people have shown me kindness, but I'd trade them all in for the safety of Saul. I've gathered a handful of fighters who want to stop this downward spiral at once, regardless of their own fate. It's gonna take serious preparation to make this work, but you've always kept a cool head when I couldn't. Awaiting your command, Wing Leader.
Hello there, pilot. Since you and your friend have already inspected the merchandise, I guess there's nothing else for it. It's time to put all our cards on the table. When you've got a moment, have a look at the briefing I just sent you. And before you flip your hatch, I'm not asking you to betray Earth. Well, I guess I am, but, you know, desperate times and all that. Think about where you want your loyalties to lie. Mull it over, consider all possible consequences. You're not the first to attempt this mission, but you might just have a shot at success.
Is she insane? She can't possibly think that we would ever ally ourselves with her against the Protectorate. Actually, now that I think about it, God, these pieces of human trash are already contemplating genocide to save themselves. There's no reason we shouldn't do the same. Yeah, you know what? Let's tell Mission Command about this whole mess. Get the Terran Navy to warm up the big guns.
Whoa, hold up a minute there, partner. There's more to this than meets the eye.
What the? Who's this joker?
Allow me to introduce myself. Dal Busta, political analyst, private tutor, and bon vivant extraordinaire. Look, if you want these two factions at each other's throats right this instant, who am I to judge? Nobody likes pirates, and helping the Terrans wipe out the Yaki would certainly put an end to their shenanigans. All it would take is for someone to inform your precious Mission Command about this dire threat. But what if you tell them the exact opposite? No Yaki threat, no Terran military response, no fuel for the Yaki hardliners. It all unravels and the Yaki are back to square one. Who knows? They might even end up needing some outside help with their Xenon problems. I'll leave you two alone with your thoughts.
I honestly don't know what to think. Your choice, I guess.
Awaiting orders.
Sin. Docking granted. Cover deactivated. Amplifier station. Asteroid. Amplifier station.
The Yakis don't like this one bit. Here they come.
hit us. That wasn't exactly unexpected. Let's see if we can get her to talk to us.
Organic! Organic, are you there? We don't have to part like this!
What do you want? I've got every single Yaki hardliner banging at my door, banging my head because of you fools! Be glad that I held them back from hunting you down.
Yeah, we're very sorry about that, but you didn't honestly expect a plan like that to work, did you? Listen, you've got to understand that this entire project was bound to fail. All it did was keep you holed up in your system, with no bright spot to light up your miserable existence. You put a gun to the Gate Network's head and expected no pushback?
You have no idea what you're talking about. Do you think that taking away the best protection we had against the Terran Scourge would somehow give us hope? How delusional can you be? You know you people best. Nothing short of a total annihilation would keep them from scouring the entire Gate Network to subjugate or eradicate everyone who dares to oppose them.
No! You got it backwards. Can't you see that? If they'd learned of a threat like the one we just wiped out, they'd have had no choice but to retaliate. Now, there's at least some chance of a peaceful solution. We only have to talk to the right people.
As if that's going to happen. The moment you step back into their ranks, you're going to tell them that we're here and that we're vulnerable. And then your dutiful superiors are going to suspend you, lock you up, put you under surveillance. You're an abomination now, just like us. It's time for you to face reality. You have nowhere to go. Make your choice. I'm done with you.
That hit far too close to home. She's right. I can't show myself. You'll have to be our envoy. There's no time to waste. Go and make the right decision. I trust your instincts.